viewers, and welcome to the class for today. It's grade 8 math and grade 6 math. So today we'll be looking at some sort of questions on percentages and also number pattern, then other related topics. So just hang on the side, meet my student to the class. Yeah.
Good morning.
Yeah, how are you?
Good.
Okay, send me your assignment.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so it's trying to send me the answers to this assignment. So we're gonna look at it together. It's number pattern. So questions number 6 to 10. What's the rule you use for number 6?
6 and minus 3.
Add 6 and minus 3, right?
Yeah.
So that means if you add 6 to 16, you get 22. And if you take 3 away, you get 19. Then plus 6 again, minus 3, then plus 6, then minus 3, then plus 6 should be 31, 28, and 4. That's correct for the first one. What rule did you use for the second one?
Uh, I think it's times it 3 times and then add 4.
Okay,
Multiply 3 times.
this is uh, times 3, then plus 4, then times 3, plus 4 times 3 plus 4. Then this times 3 should give, what did you write here?
48,
Instead of what?
1, 480.
You're supposed to write 480. So the next one is 484. And what did you write on the last one?
1452.
Can't even see anything there. So this is 12 and 3 times 8. And this is 20 something. Then 14. 1452. And this is 484. So if I mark this one, but this one is obviously not there. So what rule did you use for number 8?
Add 4 and minus 7.
Okay, this is plus 4 and take away 7. Uh, if you add 4 to 1, what will it give you?
Uh, that would be 5.
So do you think that rule is going to work? Hmm? Do you think add 4 and take away 7 will work? Hmm? What if you double this, okay? Times 2, then minus 7, then times 2 gives you 2, then minus 7 gives you this, then times 2, then minus 7, then times 2, okay? Is that clear?
Yeah.
So I'm just going to give you half mark for that one since you didn't even remember which rule. Then times 2. That is,
Right. I feel like that's the rule I did because we both got the same answers.
you don't get what I'm saying. I remember we have done something like this before, but I purposely gave it to you so that you will refresh your knowledge. But you forgot which rule was this. Okay?
Okay.
So it's not always about getting the answer, it's always about the principle too. So that's why I said I'm giving you half mark for this question. What rule did you use for number 9?
16 minus 7. Add 6 and minus 7.
Okay, if you add 6 and you take away 7, and you add 6, take away 7, add 6, take away 7, and add 6, that will be 25, take away 7, 18, then add 6. What was the last answer there?
24.
24. So you got a full mark for this one. Then what's the last rule there?
So, I think it's double times 2 and add 6.
Okay. Is it add 6 or take away 6?
What?
Is it to
Add 6.
add 6, right? So if you say
Yeah.
times 2, give 2. If you add 6 to 2, what do you get?
No,
That should be 8, right?
Wait,
But
no,
it's
I
not.
mean minus 2. I meant minus 2. I meant
Minus
minus 2.
minus 2, not minus 2, but minus 6.
Wait, 6.
Give me this. Then if you add, if you multiply by 2, you get this. Minus 6, you get this. Times 2, you get this. Minus 6, you get this. Then times 2. Minus 68. Then
75.
you take away what?
Take away 6 and that'll be 70. Negative 75.
Times 2. So always remember, to put the rules in mind, to figure out the rules. Anyway, that's that about that. Hold on. Take note of corrections. Just hold on. So we're going to move into another concept right now, which is about finding missing angles. So finding missing angles. Okay. If I give you, if I do something like this, and I indicate and I give you another one this way. And I indicate this. This and this. This is the image A and this is image B, or figure A and figure B. In the figure A, how many angles are there? Don't write anything, just sit down.
2.
2 angles, which are this and this. In the figure B, how many angles are there?
4.
Which are this, 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 and this. Now, angles exist between two lines that intersect, okay?
Okay.
If there is a line like this, and there's another line. If they do not meet, there is no angle between them, okay?
Okay.
Or if there is another line this way, there's another line this way. Or let me just duplicate this first one to ensure parallelism. So if you see condition at point C and condition at point D, there are no angles there, okay?
Okay.
Now, do you think if I continue with this line P and line Q, do you think they are going to meet?
No.
But if I continue with this line and I continue with this line M and N, do you think they're going to meet?
Yeah.
Okay, it's M that will rather meet N. Exactly.
Yeah.
So that means when they meet, there'll be an angle. Okay.
Okay.
But these are parallel lines.
Mm.
They will not meet. But then if we have parallel lines too, we can have a common property for them if there is a straight line that cuts across them. Once there's a straight line that cuts across this, we have what is called alternate angle and corresponding angles and vertically opposite angle. So the angles here and here are alternate angles. They are what?
Alternate angles.
And they are equal. Okay.
Okay.
The angles, this one. So the angles here and here will also be equal. They're also kind of alternate angle and they're what? Equal.
Equal.
But the angle here and here are vertically opposite angles. They are vertically opposite angles. So vertically opposite angles, and they are also equal. The same thing with the angles here and here. They are also vertically opposite angles and they are equal. So if you see this place and this place, you can talk about vertically opposite angles. Then the same thing with this place and this place. You can talk about vertically opposite angles. Now, if you now see this angle at the top here, you say this angle here and this angle here, they are corresponding angles, okay?
Okay.
They are what?
Corresponding angles.
Corresponding angles are also equal since it's the same parallel line that, forms it. Okay, we can quickly check something out. If I have a straight line and another straight line parallel to themselves and across them through this with a straight line, if this angle is 60 degrees, then this is angle A. To get angle A, you say sum of angles on a straight line, okay? sum of angles on a straight line equal 180 degrees. So you say A plus 60 equal to 180 degrees. That means A equal to 180 degrees minus 60 degrees. And A will be 120 degrees. Hold on, give me a few seconds.
Okay.
All right, so let's continue. A is, please look at the screen, unmute yourself. Don't write anything.
Okay.
Angle at A is 120 degrees. Now, if you consider this angle opposite to A, based on what we say, they are vertically opposite angle and it's supposed to be 120. So we could just pick the angle. If the angle is B, we could just say angle A equal to angle B. And since A is 120, B must also be 120. And we can also prove it by saying these two angles are on a straight line, are on this straight line. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Then if you add them, they must be 180. So that's when you say B is also, because this is 120 plus 60 to give us what? 180.
180.
Now, if there is another angle here called angle C, the angle at C will be 60 because it will be equal, it will be vertically opposite angle to this, okay?
Okay.
Or we can say, okay, C also equal to 60 degrees because they are vertically opposite angles and they are equal. Or we can say A plus C is 180 because both A and C are on this straight line, okay?
Okay.
Or we can say B plus C is also 180. Why? That's because
Because
both
both
B and C
B
are
and
on a
C.
straight line. They are on this straight line, okay?
Okay.
So we have that sum of angles on a straight line is what? 180
180.
degrees. Then talking about corresponding angles or alternate angles. Angle C and angle D are alternate, okay? So we can say C equal to D. And if C is 60, then angle D is also 60 because they are alternate angles. Now, D is corresponding to 60 also because the same parallel line, the same line that cut the parallel, the angle on the right is corresponding to the right, the angle on the left is corresponding to the left, the angle at the base here is corresponding to this, and the angle here is corresponding. So all those angles have to be equal. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. So we've got to take note. So we can be given only one and be asked to find all of the other angles. So if there is D, we can say D is 60. If there is E, E will be the same with A. And if A is 120, then E is also 120. Then if there is F, E plus F can be 180. So F will be corresponding to C, and C is corresponding to 60. So they are equal. F is also C is also 60. Then if there is G, so G and E are vertically opposite angles. So G equal E, and since E equal A, then G must also be 120 degrees. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to look at uh, maybe a few questions. Let's look at maybe this one first before we now talk about triangles or something. this particular one, okay, we are looking for the values of x, okay?
Yes.
On the first one, you can see a 180 degrees. All of them are 180 together, okay?
Okay.
So please just listen. Number 13, we have 40 plus the x plus 54 to give us 180. So what is 40 plus 54? That is
C4.
94 plus x equal to 180 degrees. And all of them are degrees anyway. So x will be what? 180 degrees minus 94 degrees. So what is x?
9, 9,
Oh, I said 94 degrees, not 940. So what is x?
um, I'm saying
Just say
A, 96.
86 because 180 minus 90 is already 90. So 90 minus 4 is 86. Exactly. And if you look at question 14, we're looking for x. If you see x is the same as this place, okay? So if I put it as y, I will say 150 plus y makes 180 at that point, okay?
Okay.
So y equal to 180 degrees minus 150 degrees. Then y equal to 30 degrees. And y is corresponding to x, okay?
Okay.
So x equal to 30 degrees. Is that clear?
Yeah. Yeah.
And to the third one, we can see that there are two intersecting lines, two lines intersecting. Let's see. Okay, let me use lines. A line here and another line here. They are lines because of the arrows that are there. So since they are straight lines, then we can conclude that this is 180 and this is 180, okay?
Okay.
That means angle at a point is 360. Then we can also conclude this is 180 and this is 180. So depending on what is needed. Now, this has been indicated to be 90 degrees. Then this also must be 90 degrees, okay?
Okay.
And the other 90 degree has been divided into two, okay?
Okay.
So dividing it into two, not equal parts anyway. So they call this place 3x and they call this place 54. And you have to find x, okay?
Okay.
Since both of them will give 90, then it's easier. You say 3x plus 54 should give us what? 90 degrees.
Yeah.
So 3x equal to what? 90 degrees minus
2
what?
degrees.
54.
54.
So what is 90 degree minus 54?
36.
36. So 36 degrees. So x will be 36 over 3, okay?
Okay.
And x will be what? 12.
12.
Is that clear?
Yeah.
And let's look at the last one, number 4. You know that if all angles align at a point, if you have something like this and there's a straight line here, the angle at the top is going to be 180, right? Right?
Yes.
This
Yes.
angle will be 180 and the angle at the bottom also will be 180. So it doesn't matter how many divisions you made, okay?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the number of divisions how you divided the angles. Like maybe this, I've divided them into, okay, let me say this is also another part of the division, okay?
Yeah.
And let me use another color for that one. Then this is also, say, another part of the division here. So it has been divided into how many angles now? 4. Okay.
Yes.
And
Okay.
if we're to separate the angles, we can separate them by color and say this is 1, or let me use an equal. So 1, 2, uh, 3, 4. Okay.
Okay.
So if the two angles at the top will give me 180, at the bottom will give me 180, all of the angles together will be what? 360.
60.
360, right?
Yeah. 360.
So angles at a point, since they meet at a point, sum of angles at a point will give us 360. Is that clear?
Yes.
So whatever each one is, we can add everything together to get 360. So, but now for this fourth question, we can just bring it in and say all of them added together, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Let me just call this number 1 and call this my number 2, map to 14 and 13. So I got this as number 1, number 2, number 3, and 4. So for this fourth one, we had everything to get 360. So we're going to say x minus 24, that's the first angle, plus the second angle, plus the last angle should give us 360.
360.
So that means 35 plus 290 is what? That is 325.
That's the
Then remove 24 from 325. 325,
that'll be
24. That will be what?
301.
301. So x plus 301, okay, equal to 360 degrees. Exactly. So
Yes.
x will be 360 degrees
360
minus what?
minus
301.
2
And that will be what? So
is
x will be
59.
59 degrees. Is that clear to you?
Yes.
So I'm going to give you some time to write this down. But before you write it down, let's just mention briefly about, triangles. In a triangle, the sum of angles in a triangle is 180 degrees, okay?
Okay.
It's 180 degrees. Just hold on, let me check on something here. Um, so, like I said, we want to look at triangles now, okay? Can you hear me? You're muted.
Okay. So okay.
All right. So, in a triangle, there are how many angles there?
No. 3.
3 angles. And when you add the 3 angles together, added to give what?
180.
180 degrees. So in the first question, it says 45 plus 70 degrees plus unknown angle is 180 degrees. So just add this together. That will be what?
115.
Then equal to, then x will be what?
180. 180 minus
And
150.
that is what?
No. 765.
So the second one, we have 110 degrees plus 1x plus another x to be 180 degrees. So how many x's can you see there?
2.
Equal to 180 degrees. Then you have 2x equal to 180 degrees minus 110 degrees. What is 180 minus 110? Then x is,
70. 70 over 2.
and what's the answer?
35.
And number 3, we have to look for x and y, but we can find y first. So y plus 62 plus 51 degrees equal to 180 degrees, okay?
Okay.
So y plus, what is addition of this?
73.
Equals to 180 degrees. So what is y?
180 minus 73
And that's
degrees.
what?
7, no, 170.
107 degrees. Is that clear?
Yes.
But we have not found x. So x plus y is 180, okay?
Okay.
X plus 107 equals to 180, right?
Yes.
So x equals to 180 degrees minus 107 degrees. Then x equals to 73 degrees. Don't you think that x equal to the sum of these two angles? Wait, where is it?
Yeah.
Did I say 73? It's not 73. I was adding 22 instead of. So let me quickly do that again, okay?
Okay.
So let me see. So for number 3, we have y plus, we must firstly find y, okay? Because we're looking for x and y. So we have y plus 62 degrees plus 51 degrees equal to 180 degrees, right? So what is the
Yes.
addition of these two? This is 11, so 113, okay?
Okay.
Then y equal to 180 degrees minus what?
113
And
degrees.
y should be what?
67 degrees.
67 degrees. So then x plus y is what?
Um,
This is x and
180.
y. They're on the same straight line, so it's 180. And y is
180.
67, so x plus 67 degrees is 180 degrees. X equal to 180 degrees minus what? 67 degrees. So x should be what? 113 degrees.
100.
And if you see, what gave us the 113 was the addition of these two. Yes or no? So that means
Yes.
if you add these two internal angles together, it will be equal to this external angle. So if you add these together, it should be equal to 120. And y here should be 50. But let's check it out, okay? So for
Okay.
number 4, we have x plus 120 is 180, okay?
Okay.
Because they are both on a straight line. Then x equal to 180 degrees minus 120 degrees. What is 180 minus 120?
60 degrees.
Then we have found x. Then we can say x plus y plus 70 equal to 180 degrees. And x is 60. So 60 plus 70 degrees plus y equal to 180 degrees. You know, we speculated that y should be 50, so let's check it. 130 degrees plus y equal to 180 degrees. So y is 180 degrees minus 130 degrees, and that will be what? 50 degrees. So that
50
our
degrees.
speculation was right, that addition of this will give us this external angle, okay? And if this is
Okay.
50, that will be 120 equal to 120. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, meanwhile, let me just give you some time to write this down so that I can be sure that you have the notes with you.
You just send it.
I will send it, but write this down. So, viewers, thank you very much for watching this. I'm going to give you an assignment. So, goodbye for now.